And we're back. It's me, Dusty Thompson, and we're reading my book, Almost Odis. If you haven't bought your copy, please buy your copy. We're going to start again on page 4, but first, you may be thinking to yourself, didn't he wear that shirt in this video last time? And the answer is yes. This is a thoroughbred shirt. You can't keep a thoroughbred in a stable. I walked to my closet and said, what shirt am I going to get on? And it jumped off the hanger onto my body and said, let's roll. So what am I supposed to do? Not wear it? Come on now. We all know I look adorable, and that's what you really want from me, is being adorable. I know it is. That's what everyone else expects from me. You should be in the same boat. We're going to start on page 4. I'm just going to jump right in. I used to joke the only things that Dad and I have in common are anger management issues and the belief I am adopted, and our differences have been on display most of my life, long before I was even aware. I have among my belongings a scrapbook my mother and I put together many years ago. I looked at it recently when I moved and I found a copy of my kindergarten progress report. It wasn't a report card per se, as the nomenclature for grading was S for satisfactory, I for improving but not yet satisfactory, and N for needs improvement. I have always tried to excel even as a child of 4, and I was proud to see I received S in 27 of the 30 categories. Of the 3 categories where I received an I, 2 of them were my fault, the third was not. As we had moved 3 times by the age of 4, I should have been given a free pass not knowing my correct address, as we had only moved to Winfield, Louisiana 2 months before school started. The other 2 categories where I was deficient were spot on. Listens while others speak and rests quietly. Silence is not my strong suit. It's still not. But lucky for you. Eastside Elementary had 2 reporting periods each school year, and at the end of each period, the teacher had an option to write a narrative. Although I had a talking problem, my teacher left the narrative blank at the end of the first reporting period. At the end of the year, although I had improved to 29 of 30 categories with an S, and only an S- in rest quietly, I still don't rest quietly. I don't like naps. I just don't. It's not very American, I realize, but still. Miss Brewer felt compelled to add the notes, needs more male influence, with the seeming afterthought, performs beautifully. I'm still not sure what she meant or what outcome she expected with those words, but the only change I can remember is I no longer took tap lessons or gymnastics classes. That's why I'm fat. It's Miss Brewer's fault. Of course, I don't remember being upset about these things. I was 5 and I had a brother, a sister, Legos, a dog, and a treehouse. I had no time to be sad. I only had time to play. I don't remember how the dad reacted to this information. He was a welder at the local sawmill, but he was home most every night to my memory. He attended church with us more often than in later years and was just a good old Southern dad. True, when he taught me to ride a bike and I ran into a tree with my face and started crying, he told me to shut it up. But it's just how the men in my family are. The Thompson mantra is, men don't cry, men don't hug, men provide. Men also hunt, whether they want to or not. I don't remember the dad taking me hunting at any time, but to be fair, most hunting was done while visiting my mother's family while the dad stayed home to work. When we visited my relatives in Louisiana, I was included in all types of hunting, frog, raccoon, deer, due solely to the fact that I was male. I was never asked if I wanted to go, it was just something boys did. There was never an invitation, there was never, hey buddy, want to go kill a raccoon in the dark for no reason? It was, we're going coon hunting, get Jody, my cousin. Get you some coveralls, it's gonna be cold. They said it, I did it, end of story. Once we went deer hunting on Henderson Island in Louisiana, and Jody and I were paired up to get into a deer stand and wait for the deer to walk by and then shoot them. You must understand, I didn't find anything inherently wrong with killing these deer. It's what they were there for, I had been taught. I grew up in a carnivore's playground. If I was all about the eating, I had to be all about the killing, and I can assure you I was all about the eating. While we were waiting in the stand, nature called, as she does, when you drink 3 glasses of milk with breakfast, and I found a way, I thought, to fit in with everyone. I decided I would pee in the woods proudly. In my naivete, I thought I was in the clear. When my uncle walked by and saw me answering nature's call, he said, "What the blue blazes are you doing, boy?" "Teeting," I said proudly. He looked at me, shook his head, and said, "Come on, y'all, we gotta find another stand. Dusty peed the deer away." What? How could I have made a mistake? Isn't this what they wanted? What does he mean, peed the deer away? Is my urine tainted? Did I need medical attention? I know I ate more than my fair share of Spam and crackers the night before, but I was hungry being out amongst all the flora and fauna. If the stench of 7 men, well, 4 men and 3 boys, didn't drive away the wildlife, how on earth could my bodily fluids send Bambi and his pals fleeing in fear? I won't get into the details of what happened while hunting frogs and raccoons, but as I grew older, the invitations to hunt were reduced to the point to where I assumed everyone had simply stopped hunting, which we both know isn't true. This was just during the fall and winter. My otherness was on display in all seasons. And we're going to stop right there. And I want to remind you very quickly, for one, subscribe below, please, because I need a lot of subscribers so then Google and YouTube will give me money and I can buy more shirts like this. And also, the next video, the story in the book, the next one, is actually a story that I told at the Long Beach Storytellers Competition back in February, which I won. Thank you very much. And so that's going to be the next video. Look for that. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.